So we're going to start off with a magic ring. So that is winding it round like that, where it crosses over. Put the hook through there, pull it through, twist it a bit, and then pull that through like that. And now you have your first stitch to start off with. Then I always wind it around my fingers like that. And then it says to work 5 double crochets into this ring. So here we are, we got 1, 2, it's always fiddly doing this, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 double crochets. So then we can draw this in, and that's your magic ring, where it just pulls it all round. So it then says to do 2 double crochets in each of the 5 stitches, so that you end up with 10 stitches. So here's the first one here. It's a bit fiddly. It is there. Always fiddly to getting started. It's these big hooks as well. The pattern calls for a size 9. I think it is. There. Pattern calls for a size 9 hook, 9mm hook, and some, I think it's super chunky yarn. I didn't have any chunky yarn, so I'm using some Aran, and I'm using a size 6mm hook, but it'll just mean the elephant might be slightly different size, but otherwise it'll be fine. So there we are. So we've got 1 stitch in there, and we're doing 2 in each one. So we go in again and we do the second one, and then again into that one. We do 1 double crochet and then another double crochet. Again, 1 double crochet and then a second double crochet. Again, 1 double crochet and a second. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I think we need to do another. Right, so now we've got 10 stitches altogether. So now, so we know where we are, I'm going to put this in here. I don't normally bother, but so you'll be able to see what I'm doing. It's really fiddly. Right, so the next row it says do a single crochet and then 2 double crochets. So 1 double crochet into the next stitch and then 2 double crochets into the next stitch after that. And you do that alternately all the way around until you've got 15 stitches. So we're going to do 1 into here. I can pick up. Where's that bit at the back? There. Right, so that's 1. And the next one would be doing 2 in. So that's 3 stitches and 1 into this one. That's 4, 2 into this one, 5, 6, 1 into this one, 7, 2 into this one is 8, 9, 1 into this one is 10, 2 into this one is 11, 12, 1 into this one is 13, and 2 into this one is 14, 15. So there we are, 15 stitches. Now we look at the pattern and we've got rounds 4 to 6, we're just double crocheting all the way round. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's round 4. Now we're going to do round 5, the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that's round 5. And now we're going to do round 6. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And that is round 6. So we are now finished. And that is the little leg. Right, it says to do 4 of these, and each time you fasten off. So there's 3 that I've done before. This is the 4th, and on the 4th one it says don't fasten off. So round 7 is a joining round. So it says 8 double crochet, take the second leg and join to the first leg by working 10 double crochet around, ensuring the long tails are in the middle. Right, this should be fun. So we've got this one. So round 7, 8 double crochet. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, take the second leg, right, join to the first by working 10 double crochets around. So I would say that we start off in this one here, next one along. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now we have some legs joined like that. Right, then it says take the third leg and work 10 double crochet round. So there's the third leg, and I was put it in there, the next stitch along. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, so we now have 4 legs in a row. Right. Join the first and last leg. Join the first and last leg. Join first and last leg. Count back 40 stitches. Insert your hook into 40th stitch in the first leg and work 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Right, so count back 40 stitches. Right, okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Insert into the 40th stitch. So insert into the 40th stitch. And that needs to be that side. So, right, so insert. So I've counted back 40 stitches, I insert it into the 40th stitch, and I work 1 double crochet into the next 2, so that's 1, 2. Right, round 8. So, round 8 it says 7 double crochet. So that's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 2 into the next stitch. So that's 1, 2. Right, we're doing that 5 times. So 7 again. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know why they suggested you do such long ties, because it seems to be getting in the way, but I presume there's a reason. That's 7 again, and then 2 into the next one. That's 1, 2, and then 7. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then 2 into the next one. 1, 2, and then another 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, and then 2 into the next one. 1, 2, seems a bit twisted here. That's something you'll need to watch out for, because if that one's there, then it's twisted there. I'm going to go with that. So that's 7, so now I need to do 2. So another 7. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that looks like it's done all the way around, and that's joined. So we should now have 45 stitches, which I hope so. So should be 45 stitches along there. All the way around. That's what it's like so far. So now round 9 is 8 double crochets and then 2 into the next stitch 5 times, so that you end up with 50. So you start off with 8. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 2 into the next one. 1, 2, and then 8. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 2 in the next one. 1, 2, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, and then 2 in the next. 1, 2, then again 8. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 into the next one. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 into the next one. 1, 2. Right. So that is my legs all joined together, as you can see. Right, so now it says, using the long tails in the centre, sew the legs together. So I would think that that means, let's just put this in so we don't lose it. So that means, so using these long bits that we've got left over from the other 3 legs, which we're going to use to sew these together along there and there, so that once that's all sewn together, that will be our 4 legs. Okay, so I'm going to sew these together, and then we'll carry on doing the rest of the elephant. Right, today we're going to do part 2 of the Mow the Elephant. I think it's a hooked pattern, and I'm going to continue with the tutorial I was doing. I've done the legs, as someone requested some help with the legs, so I'd done the legs previously, and I'd either lost the footage of the continuation, or I never got round to doing it, but anyway, I found the legs, so I'm going to continue with the pattern so we can complete this elephant. So I can't find any more of this Aran yarn, so I found some of this nice lilac, and we're going to continue with that, and I'm using a 6mm hook, which is what I'd started off with, but obviously you can use any yarn, just use the appropriate hook, and the elephant will vary in size. I think the pattern actually calls for chunky, super chunky, and a 9mm hook, but we're going for Aran and a 6mm hook. Okay, so now that we have the 4 legs joined together, we're going to start on the body. And to start the body, you continue by round 10 by doing a double crochet all the way round. So I'm going to start with a double crochet in the next stitch. So that will be that one there. And I'm going to join this colour. You obviously could continue in the colour you started with. So yes, so we're going to double crochet all the way round. So we'll continue. So you just go all the way round, and then I'll see you at the end. Right, so you should have finished round 10, and that was just straightforward double crochet all the way round. Now we're going to start round 11, and round 11 you do 8 double crochet. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then you double crochet 2 together, and you do that 5 times all the way round. So 2 together, and then you do another 8. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then double crochet 2 together. So through there, double crochet. So that's the second time. So continue doing that until you come to the end of the round, and you should have 45 stitches. Right, so I put a stitch marker in, so you now should have 45 stitches, and we're now going to start round 12. Now round 12 is just double crochet all the way round. So that's just standard double crochet all the way round, 45 stitches. So I'll see you at the end. Right, so you should have finished round 12, and you should have 45 stitches. Round 13 we will be decreasing again, so we will be doing 7 double crochet and then knit 2 together 5 times. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Knit 2, crochet 2 together, and then again do another 7, crochet 2 together, and do that 5 times, and you should end up with 40 stitches. So I'll see you at the end of round 13. Right, so now we're going to start, we should have 40 stitches, and we're going to start round 14. And round 14 you are doing 6 double crochet, and then crochet 2 together, double crochet 2 together, and you do that 5 times, and you'll end up with 35 stitches. So smooth that out of the way, and then that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then 2 together, so like that, 2 together, and then you do that again 5 more times and you should end up with 35 stitches. Right, so you should have 35 stitches, and now on round 15 we're going to do 5 double crochets and then double crochet 2 together 5 times, and that will give us 30 stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and double crochet 2 together, and then do that 4 more times, and then you should end up with 30 stitches. Okay, so we now have 30 stitches, and we're going to start round 16, and this time we're going to do 4 double crochet and then double crochet 2 together 5 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, then double crochet 2 together, and then continue doing 4 double crochet, crochet 2 together 4 more times, and you should end up with 25 stitches. So you should have 25 stitches at the end of round 16. Now we're going to start round 17, and we're going to do 3 double crochet and then double crochet 2 together 5 times, and that will give us 20 stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3, double crochet 2 together, and we will do that another 4 times, and then we'll have 20 stitches at the end of round 17. Right, so at the end of round 17 you should have 20 stitches, and it says to stuff the legs and body firmly. So I've got some stuff in here, and we're going to stuff the legs and body firmly. So first push it down into each leg. It should look like this. Right, so then we carry on with round 18, and that again is 2 double crochet and then double crochet 2 together 5 times, and you have 15 stitches. 2 double crochet, 1, 2, then double crochet 2 together, and then again 1, 2, then 2 together, and continue doing 2 double crochet, then 2 together until you have reach the end and you have 15 stitches. So that is the end of round 18, and I have 15 stitches. So now round 19 is double crochet 1 and then double crochet 2 together 5 times, so you end up with 10 stitches. So that is double crochet 1 and then 2 together. So double crochet 1 and then 2 together. And continue round 5 times and you'll end up with 10 stitches. Right, so now we've at the end of round 19, we have 10 stitches, and before we start on row 20, then you might want to just top up the stuffing. So that it's a nice fat elephant. Right. So for round 20, we're going to just double crochet 2 together all the way round 5 times, and that will give us our 5 stitches. So two together, another 2 together, another 2 together, and our last 2 together, and then fasten off. And that is the body of the elephant. Right, so here's the body, all stuffed and tied off at the end. And now we're going to do the head and the trunk. So, working with a magic ring, you do 6 double crochets. So magic ring is like that, through here, twist, then pull. And then you do 6 double crochets. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you pull this and it tightens it up and makes your magic ring. And then slip stitch into the top of the first stitch to join. And that's your magic ring. So round 2, you do 2 double crochets into the next stitch 6 times. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So not counting the stitch you've just been in, you do 2 double crochets. So 1, 2, then the next stitch, 1, 2, again, 1, 2, 2, 2, now that should give you 12 stitches. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 stitches, apart from the white slip stitch. Right, so you're working in a round now. So round 3 is 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet into the next stitch, and you do that 6 times, and then you should end up with 18 stitches. So it's 1 double crochet, and I'm going to put a stitch marker in there so I know that is. So 1 double crochet, 2 into the next one, so that's 1, 2, 1 double crochet into the next stitch, then 2 double crochet into the next stitch, 2, 1 into the next stitch, and 2 into the next stitch. So carry on round, doing 1 double crochet and then 2 into the next stitch all the way around till you have 18 stitches. Right, so we now have 18 stitches, and we're going to start round 4. On round 4 you do 2 double crochets and then you do 2 double crochets into the next stitch 6 times, so you end up with 24 stitches. So the pattern is 2 double crochets, so that's 1, 2, and then the next stitch you do 2 double crochets into the same stitch, so that's 1, 2. Then you do 2 double crochets, 1 and 1 in the next stitch, and then you do 2 in the next stitch, so 1, 2. Then you do another double crochet and another one into the next stitch, and then you do 2 into the same stitch, 1, 2. That's it. 23, 24. So we have 24 stitches. Right, now we start round 5, and we do 3 double crochets, then we do 2 into the following stitch, and we do that 6 times, and that will increase our stitches to 30 stitches. So that's 3 double crochets, so that's 1, 2, 3, and then 2 into the following stitch. That's 1, 2, and then again we do 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 2 into the following stitch. And again 1, 2, 3, and 2 into the following stitch. Right, so continue round and I'll see you at the marker. So we now have 30 stitches, and we're going to start round 6, and in round 6 we do 4 double crochet and then 2 double crochet into the next stitch, and we do that, repeat that pattern 6 times, and that will give us 36 stitches. So we start off with 4 double crochets, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we do 2 into the next stitch. So 1, 2. Then again we do 4 double crochets. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 into the next stitch. 1, 2. So we carry on round, and at the end we should have our 36 stitches. Right, so we now have 36 stitches, and we're going to start round 7, and in round 7 we're going to do 5 double crochets, then 2 double crochets in the next stitch, and we repeat that 6 times, and we will have 42 stitches. So that's 5 double crochets, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2 into the next stitch. 1, 2. So again 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 into the next stitch, 1, 2. So carry on doing 5 double crochets, 2 into the next stitch until you reach the end, and you should have 42 stitches. Right, so I now have 42 stitches, and I'm going to start round 8. And in round 8 we do 6 double crochets, then 2 in the same stitch, and we repeat that 6 times, and we should end up with 48 stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 2 into the next stitch. 1, 2. And then again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 2 into the next. 1, 2. As you can see, it's looking a bit like a well, it's not a hexagon because it hasn't got 8 sides, but whatever a sexagon is, or whatever it is. So yes, carry on. So carry on with that routine of doing 6 double crochets and then 2 into the next stitch until the end, and you should have 48 stitches. Right, so at the end of round 8 it should look like this, and if you see, we've been increasing continually, and we have 48 stitches. So now rounds 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13, you just double crochet all the way round. So 5 rounds of just double crochet all the way round. So I'll see you at the end of round 13. Right, so you should have finished rounds 9 to 13 just double crocheting all the way round, and now we're going to start round 14, and now we're going to be decreasing again to get the shape of the head. So round 14 you start with 6 double crochets, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we double crochet 2 together. and we do that 6 times, and that will decrease our 48 stitches down to 42. So again, 6 double crochets, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 2 together. So continue doing that another 4 times and you should have 42 stitches. Now we're starting round 15, and this time we do 5 double crochets and then double crochet 2 together. We do that 6 times and we should end up with 36 stitches. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then double crochet 2 together. Repeat that another 5 times and you should end up with 36 stitches. Right, now we're going to start round 16, and round 16 you do 4 double crochets and then double crochet 2 together. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 together, and then again 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 together. Oops. Right, so repeat that another 4 times and you should have 30 stitches at the end. Right, as you can see, it's trying to draw in the head. So it's getting smaller and smaller. Now we're doing round 17, and that is 3 double crochet and then double crochet 2 together. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 2 together. And again 1, 2, 3, and then 2 together. Continue doing that 4 more times and you should end up with 24 stitches. Right, now for round 18 you're just going to double crochet all the way round, doing no decreases. So that is double crochet, and you do that all the way round until you get to the end where you will have 24 stitches. Right, so round 19 is a decrease row again, so you're doing 2 double crochet and then 2 together, and you do that 6 times and you'll end up with 18 stitches. So that's 1, 2, and 2 together. Again 1, 2, and 2 together. So continue doing that until you get to the end and you should have 18 stitches. Right, now you should have 18 stitches, and we're going to do rounds 20, 21 and 22, and these are just straightforward double crochet rounds, no decreasing or increasing. So just straightforward double crochet rounds for the next 3 rounds, and you should have 18 stitches at the end of round 22. So we're going to start round 20 with just double crochet all the way round. Got a bit of hair there. All the way round, and you're going to continue this row 20, double crocheting all the way round. You'll do the same for row 21 and the same for row 22, and I'll see you back here with 18 stitches at the end of row 22. Right, so now that's the end of round 22, and you should have 18 stitches, and you can see the beginning of the trunk. So now we need to stuff the head firmly, and then we can carry on with the trunk. Surprising how much stuffing it needs. So when you're happy with how much stuffing you've put on, we're now going to carry on with round 23. And in round 23 you're doing 1 crochet, 1 double crochet, and then double crochet 2 together. And you do that 6 times, and then you'll have 12 stitches. So that's 1 double crochet, and it's going to start to get awkward here as it gets smaller, and then 2 together. Again, 1 double crochet, and then 2 together. 1 double crochet, 2 together. And you're going round all the way round 6 times till you get to the end of the row. One double crochet, 2 together. Oops. Right, and then as you can see, you're left with, this is part of the trunk. So that was round 23, and you've now got 12 stitches. So round 24, 25, you're just going to do double crochets, no decreasing at all. So I'll see you back after you've done round 24 and 25, and we'll then continue. So just double crochets all round for the next 2 rounds. Right, so you should have just finished rounds 24 and 25 of just double crochet, no increase. Now we're going to do round 26, and in round 26 we will do a double crochet, then double crochet 2 together, and we'll do that 4 times, so you end up with 8 stitches. So that's 1 double crochet, 2 together, you do that 4 times. That's 1 double crochet, 2 together, again 1 double crochet, 2 together, and then the last one, 1 double crochet, 2 together. Right, so that is round 26, and you should have 8 stitches. And now we're going to top up the stuffing. So you can see the trunk forming. Maybe a little bit more. Right. Okay, so once you've done that, you then need to do rounds 27 and 28 of just double crochet. So that's 2 rows of double crochet. You start with 8 stitches and you'll finish with 8 stitches. So I'll see you in a bit. All the way round. Right, so now we're just about to do round 29, and if you feel the need, put some more stuffing in the trunk. Just topping it up. Right, so round 29 is 1 double crochet into 2 stitches all the way round. So you're decreasing all the way round. So you do that 4 times and you'll end up with 4 stitches. So it's 1 double crochet into 2 stitches all the way round. So that's 2 stitches, and 1 double crochet. Again, 2 together, 1 double crochet, 2 together, 1 double crochet, and the last 2. It's really awkward. 2 together, 1 double crochet. Right, now you finish off, fasten off and pull the thread through tight as you can. And that is the head. Of your elephant. Right, so now you will sew the head to the body like that. So that will be sewn like that, and that will be your elephant. Right, so here we are with it attached to the body, if you can see. And it stands up, resting its trunk onto the table or floor. So that's how you do it. So now we're going to do the ears. So you'll be making 2 of these, and we'll just go through making the one. So now with the magic circle, so you hold it like that, round it there, that, and then pull it through. Oh, let's try again. Not a lover of magic circles. There. And then holding those 2 together, and then you incorporate that as you do the stitches. So you're doing 6 double crochets. So it'll be round. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then pull the magic circle together, and then slip stitch. Right through to join it together. Right, so round 2 is double crochet into each stitch 6 times, so you have 12 stitches. So that'll be 1, 2, then 2 into here makes 3, 4, 2 into here makes 5, 6, 2 into here makes 7, 8, 2 into here makes 9, 10, and then 2 into the last one makes 11, 12. Right, so I will be putting in a marker. Right, so now we're going to do round 3. Round 3 is 1 double crochet and then 2 into the next stitch. You do that 6 times and you'll end up with 18 stitches. So it's 1 double crochet, 2 into the next stitch, that's 1, 2, another 1, and 2 into the next stitch, 1, 2, 1, 2 into the next stitch, 1, 2, and then 1, 2 into the next stitch, 1, 2, and then 1, 2 into the next stitch, 1, 2, and then 1, and then 2 into the last stitch, which is 1, 2. Right, so we now have 18 stitches. Round 4 we will do 2 double crochet and then 2 into the next stitch, and we'll repeat that all the way around 6 times for 24 stitches. So that is 1, 2, and then 2 into the next stitch, 1, 2, then 2 double crochet, 1, 2, and then 2 double crochet into the next stitch, 1, 2. So 1, 2, and then 2 into the next stitch, 1, 2. Continue all the way round and you'll end up with 24 stitches. Right, so I have 24 stitches, and now round 5 I'm going to do 3 double crochet and 2 into the next stitch, and I'm going to do that 6 times and then I'll have 30 stitches. So it's 3 double crochet, so that's 1, 2, 3, and then 2 into the next stitch. It's 1, 2, then 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, and 2 into the next stitch. That's 1, 2, and continue round like that and you'll end up with 30 stitches. Right, we now have 30 stitches at the end of round 5. So now we're going to do round 6. In round 6 you do 4 double crochets and then 2 into the next stitch, and you do that 6 times to get 36 stitches. That's 4 double crochets, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 into the next stitch, so that's 1, 2. And then again you do 4 double crochets, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 into the next stitch. That's 1, 2. And continue doing that all the way round and that till you have 36 stitches. Right, at the end of round 6 you should have 36 stitches. Now we're going to start round 7. Round 7 you do 5 double crochet and then 2 into the next stitch. You do this 6 times and that will give you 42 stitches. So that's 5 double crochet, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2 into the next stitch. That's 1, 2. You do that another 5 times and then you'll end up with 42 stitches. Okay, so at the end of round 7 you have 42 stitches. Now with round 8 you just do double crochet all the way round, no increasing or decreasing. So just do double crochet all the way round. Right, so now we're going to do round 9 and we're back on the decrease now. So we're going to do 5 double crochets and then crochet 2 together 6 times, and that will take us down to 36 stitches. So 5 double crochets, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2 together, and we do that another 5 times, and then we'll end up with 36 stitches. Right, so you should have finished round 9 and have 36 stitches. Now we're going to do round 10, and it's going to be 4 double crochet and then double crochet 2 together 6 times, giving you 30 stitches. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then double crochet 2 together. And continue doing that all the way round, and you'll stop with 30 stitches. Right, so at the end of round 10 it's starting to look like this, like a cap, and you should have 30 stitches. So now round 11 you're going to do 3 double crochet and then 2 together 6 times, ending with 24 stitches. So that's 3 double crochet, that's 1, 2, 3, and then 2 together. And you continue round there all the way round, and you'll end up with 24 stitches. Right, so at the end of round 11 it should look like this, and you'll have 24 stitches. So now you need to fasten off. So you fasten off, thread in your ends, and then you fold the ear in half. And then that fits on like that. And you need to repeat the second ear exactly the same, and then we can put the eyes on and the tail and it'll be finished. Right, once you've done the ears, pin them in place and then sew them on. And then the tail is, you get length, I suppose, say 24 inches, fold it in half, then you decide where you want it, so roughly where you think its bottom is, tail should come from, and you pull it through like that, and then you do 6 chain. So that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then fasten it off. And you can leave a couple of strands hanging from it like that. And that is your elephant's tail. So now all you need to do is sew the ears on, and the eyes will be done with some black yarn, and you'll just thread it through and double satin stitch, so over and over a couple of times, and then your elephant's done. Right, so as you can see, she's finished, and doesn't she look gorgeous? So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial and found it useful. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later. Bye for now.